How to do custom CSS on Wix website. Hello guys and welcome to this new tutorial. In today's video, I'm going to show you how simple it is to add or use the custom CSS codes into the specific website of yours on Wix. So the process is going to be very easy and very simple. You're going basically to head over wix.com, sign in for an account, and then you're going to see the site's dashboard. Once you are here, you're going to select one of the websites that you have or you have built, of course, and then we are going to start the work. So basically, I'm going to select this one and wait for the dashboard to load up. Once the dashboard is here, we are going to click on Edit Site, or in some of the websites, you're going to see Design Site. You're going to click on it, and here we have the website, which is going to be loading up. It will take a little bit of time, but you need to bear with that. So we are going to add the specific code into the website whenever it is going to load up. So here we have the website. Now what are we going to do is first to explain the CSS and also the type of codes that we have. So if you're going to head over the add elements at the left side of the screen, we're going to head over the embed code. Now for the embed code, we have some popular embeds. We have embed HTMLs, we have embed sites, and the custom codes or the custom elements. So in the custom elements, when you are going to add this, it is going to be something related to a URL. So basically, you are going to add the server URL or a velo file. And this is not the CSS part. But if you are going to have here the CSS, it is going to be into the specific HTML. If you are going to add the embed site, you're going to have here only the HTTPS links only. That means that you're going to integrate a mini version of a website, like any type of website. You're going to put only the URL in here, and you're going to input the website in here. So now the third option, which is going to be the first one, is the embedded HTML. The embedded HTML is going to be here the code. And this code is going to be either a CSS code, a source code, an HTML code, or any type of codes. So basically in here, the CSS is going to be different from the HTML by the setting of the window or the widget that we are going to add. For example, if you're going to have a snippet of a code to modify something like here a text or a spacing into the text, it is going to be a CSS code. And that is going to have here something related to the design or the placement of something. So basically, when you are going to add a CSS code, it is going to modify a place or a code that you have put. So let me show you an example. I am going to add a little section which is going to be containing our code. For example, we are going to click on add elements, and from here we are going to head over embed code, embed HTML, and we are going to add our code in here. Now we're going to add a code from, for example, elf site. Let's head over, for example, Instagram feed. I'm going to click on here, create the widget, and from here, we are going to get the widget as it is. Now, let's head over the edit, click on here, and then we are going to customize the layout. Like here, we have a grid or a slider, and we have also the type of the columns and rows, header, and feed title. Also, we have the type of posts that we are going to, or the post elements that we are going to let people see, and these are going to be modified by CSS. So, it is going to be translated into CSS because here we are going to do that manually or The process is not going to be that manual, but it is going to be nearly automatically. Instead of heading, for example, for the styles and clicking on custom CSS and start writing here a code, for example, the H1 banner is going to be colored as something, I don't know here, white or black. You're going to modify it from the post itself or the designs as you can see. So, it is going to be a little complicated um, part of the specific modification of the post or the widget, but we are going to do it manually in here. So you can go ahead and modify the header, the post, and etc. And at the end, we're going to click on publish. When you're going to publish the specific, as you can see here, widget, we are going to click on install and we are going to see the specific, as you can see here, embed code. Here it is going to be a JavaScript, and it is not going to give us a lot of information in here, so we cannot basically get the CSS out of it. So I'm going to ignore this. This is going to be a CSS integrated. So if you want to modify something in the CSS of this specific widget, you're going to head over the style and add the specific snippets. I'm going to give you here an example. So if you are going to start the CSS code, you're going to create an HTML file, which is going to be the file of this one, and you can go ahead and create a CSS file in here. So you are going to link it, or as you can see, we have the link of the style sheet. As you can see, the H reference is going to be style.css, which is going to be that part. We have the body, which is going to change the background color, for example, for light blue, or the color for white and center, and etc. This is something that will work into a specific location, which is going to be related into an element. So in our case, we're not going to find it in here, but we're going to use another, maybe, let's say here, something like another widget. So we're going to head over YouTube. We're going to have YouTube, for example, and we are going to head over our channel and create a widget from a video. So we are going to head over here. I'm going to click on share and we are going to click on embed. Now, this is an iframe and this iframe is going to be modifiable or editable. I'm going to copy it, paste it in here. So we are going to paste the iframe. And let me explain for you how things works or the CSS, how does it work. So I'm going to double tap in here and you're going to see the HTML code as an iframe. We have the first thing that we are going to modify on the HTML, which is going to be considered a CSS modification. We have the width and the height. So for example, I'm going to have this snippet. This is the snippet. And we're going to modify the width, for example, for 100 or 1280 by 720 pixels. We're going to click on update, and normally you're going to see the specific update or the parameter that we have modified. You're going to find it right away. So we are going to stretch it, and as you can see, the widget responded by stretching the height or the width also. So I'm going to stretch it, and here we have it. This is the example. But if I am going to have the standard, for example, 560 like that, and the height is 350 or 15, 315, we're going to update it. I'm going to try and stretch it, but you're going to see that we cannot. So this is the stretch. So we are going to try and stretch it like that. And you're going to see that we cannot have a bigger or wider, as you can see, widget. So that was the first thing. The second thing is going to be, for example, the frame border. You can add some frame borders in here. You can modify the video that you have put. For example, you're going to have link in here and you can go ahead and modify it. Also, you can go ahead and do not allow the full screen or allow the full screen. It is going to be up to you. These are going to be some of the parameters that you can add. For example, if you're going to add a type of text, you can go ahead and modify that type of text by checking it. So basically, in Wix, it is not going to be that, let's say, flexible of a solution, but it is going to be let's say, translated into more automatic effort, like here stretching the text. It is not going to be fully encrypted into a code or a snippet, but it is going to give you this specific element inspector, and you're going to have more elements. Now, aside from that, for the codes, you can go ahead only and add HTMLs. And these HTMLs are going to have everything inside. So make sure that you are going to have here not a code that is going to be fully preparated or not that preparated, but it is going to be an integrated code that will have everything compressed, like the code that we have got from Elfsight. It is going to be a compressed code that we cannot modify yet. But this one from YouTube, for example, it is going to be a widget that we can modify at least the width and the height. And also, we can go ahead and set up the allowance of full screen and show the, for example, activate the gyroscope, the encrypted media, the clipboard write, and the autoplay, as you can see. Basically, that was pretty much it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed the content, and I hope to see you soon on the next one.